Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. You get fairy dust. I get fairy dust. Amelie gets fairy dust. She's on the other side of the room, all comfy. And it's time for a bitch to react to the Kardashians. And so, as per usual, we are going to glean a lesson from the Kardashians. And so I'd like for you to watch this clip.
I'm not sure if I should tell you guys.
Spit it out. Cece's friend's daughter was seeing Scott. Cece was going to tell Courtney, but then all of you guys went to Miami, and we didn't want to ruin the trip.
You're trying to tell me that you got a phone call from Cece about Scott and you didn't tell Courtney?
I really can't believe my mom hasn't told any of us. And when Courtney finds out, she's gonna go crazy.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about two things that happen in a dysfunctional family. We always have to remember, if we're talking about the Kardashians or anybody talking about any TV show, that we have to understand there's a camera trained on them. And so we can't take away that these are things that actually happen when a camera is not rolling. Remember, if a camera is rolling, well, if it's fiction or nonfiction, if a camera is rolling on a reality show, there must be some kind of storyline. And so if you have things to talk about, you want to talk and uncomfortable or difficult things or dramatic things, you want to talk about them on camera. And so as we continue, I truly think, it would be helpful to think of them as characters. I forget who I've heard someone else call reality show people characters. When I will find out and reference that person when I remember. But just talking about them as if they are characters. I know I heard it on Bitch Sesh podcast. So one of their guests. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna do here, because again, we can't. There's something called the Hawthorne effect in psychology, and the Hawthorne effect is they did this study where they were, I believe it was productivity in the workplace. And so what they did was start filming the employees, and then they noticed that productivity increased, and it increased because they were being filmed, because they were being watched. And so because of that, we have to understand the Hawthorne effect is in effect with every single reality show. So it's different than it would be just ... because the camera is on them. That's why I always I get the heebie-jeebies when I see therapy inside of a reality show, with the exception of Esther Perel. But just if it's about the reality show versus a subject based on a therapist doing therapy. I just, because the camera's on them, and so it can't really be an authentic, it has to be a storyline. It's a storyline, it's not necessarily therapy. Even if something therapeutic comes from it, it has to be a storyline because there is a camera there and producers and us in there with them. So it can't be, we can't take it away as fact. Yes, those are the words coming out of their mouth, but also we've heard that those can be Frankensteined as well. So let's talk about this. So you've seen that clip, and it was a clip of Chris talking to her daughters about a daughter that wasn't present. So two things I wanted to say that happen in a dysfunctional family. One of them that's always really, really important to remember when shit goes down, when drama gets real in our own dysfunctional families and with ourselves, is that the thing that is the thing worth fighting for, the throne in a dysfunctional family is power. And so we're always trying to find our power in our dysfunctional family. We each have our own strengths in the family. But one of the most powerful things that we have in our dysfunctional families is knowledge. in dysfunctional families, knowledge is power. And so in this instant, Chris has some knowledge that she has been holding on to. And you can tell right away, like, and one of the things she kind of does, again, remember, this is not that she's manipulative or bad. This, remember, it has to be a storyline. So, but she says something like, I don't know if I should tell you. Okay, right away, that's manipulative. Because the minute you say, I have something uncomfortable or something, whatever, that is actually a strategy to get all the eyes on you. That is a strategy like, I don't know if I should say anything. We're all there. We're all there. We're ready to go. We want it. And oh goodness, because it is a little passive aggressive, right? But it is, I mean, you can hear a pin drop when anybody says that, like, just like if somebody says, I need to talk or any of that, like, it puts us all on high alert. So it's like, I don't know if I should, some hemming and hawing around. So it's a way to reel people in, and it's very effective. Okay. So there was that piece of like, oh, I've got something, but I don't know. And so then the other kids play their role of like, spit it out. You have to tell us. And so, which is part of it. So it has to be like, I don't know if I should tell. And it's like, oh, you need to tell. So, oh, okay. Like I was convinced to tell, you were going to tell anyway. So just know that. Just know that there's knowledge is power. And so like if I've got something to tell, everybody wants to know because it's power in the family. So the other dynamic I want you to notice is the triangle. So a triangle in a dysfunctional family is when there are three people or more, and you are talking about another member of the family to other members of the family. So if you are talking about one member of the family to another member of the family about the one that's not there, part of that dynamic is you can see in this instance, in the end, Chris does tell Courtney face to face at the end of the episode. That's not always the case, and we're going to find plenty of times where a triangle is effective, because one of the reasons for a triangle is drama, and that is what happens in this case. So it's like, oh, and when you do a triangle, so if I talk about another family member and the other family member's not there, you can get like, oh my good, you can get empathy, like, oh, I'm sorry that happened to you. Or you can get like, how dare you say these things about our sister? Like, and she gets a little bit of that. Like, I can't believe, like they're mad at her for not telling Courtney. Like, so you can see that that's a drama, and it's drama because the party that they're all talking about isn't present. So she doesn't get to have a voice. She doesn't get to have an opinion. She doesn't get to have any input. She's Geo gone. And so in this case, there's this satisfaction of like, we pulled it out of her. You didn't have to. She was going to tell you anyway. And there's also this like, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't. So just drama. So you can see how that triangle works. Now, so it's for drama. One of the reasons for the triangle is drama. Another really, really important reason for a triangle is that if I'm going to tell you the thing about that bitch, if I'm going to tell you that, like, you're not going to believe this, but she did this, or she said this about you. And I don't know, I was just thinking about you, and I just didn't think that was fair of her to say that, because I thought it was kind of rude and crass, whatever. Okay. If I did feel that way, I probably didn't say anything at the time that I thought it was rude and crass. But guess what I've done? I've lit a match in the other person. And that other person is going to tell the target, is going to tell. So I can appear that I didn't say anything. I didn't say that. I didn't say it like that, whatever. Meanwhile, I've just lit a fuse. And then the other person is going to tell them two things. Going to tell them, how dare you say that shit about me? Because that was the thing I reported. or they're just going to tell them things that I said that was bad. And we'll see plenty of examples so we can talk about it later, but just know that there's more reasons for the triangle, and we're going to see how triangles play out definitely over the course of the series. But in this case, I would say it was for drama purposes. I was really interested in who was going to tell her. But Chris did, to her credit. Again, these are characters. It's not, we don't know them because the camera's trained on them. We kind of do, but a camera's trained. So we have to take that into consideration. Your takeaway is knowledge is power, and just be very interested, and be interested in how you play in it too. How, like when we find a juicy piece of information about something in our family, it's like the cat that ate the canary. Like, it's a hit of dopamine. We're getting the hit of dopamine because we found out the information, we feel that knowledge, and we feel that power, and it's like, and then we also are like, oh, we get to tell, what am I going to do with it? Excellent. So there's that, and I got chills. And then also it's a great way to get messages to another party, or it's just a way to create drama. So in this case, it was about the drama versus having a messenger tell the other kids. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. Love you. Bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to describe. Don't forget to describe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Love you. Thank you. Bye.